What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a short little overview of my first ever free-to-play rank 4 7-star champion, Deathless She-Hulk. Yes, I did take up regular She-Hulk on my main account as my second ever rank 4, but on my free-to-play account I got a Science 3-4 rank up gem, and there was no other option I was interested in taking up aside from Deathless She-Hulk. So, looking at her base stats here, she has 112,000 health, which is actually more than OG She-Hulk, but I believe she has less base attack, so there's a little balance there between the two of them. And this champion absolutely rocks. So I'm just going to do a little casual run through Realm of Legends. Nothing too crazy. I'm kind of taking a little bit of a break, if you haven't noticed, this week. And like the next maybe week or so, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break from content creation because I've been going absolutely hard for the past like year and a bit, 2 years, with constant uploads every single week. Never really missing a beat, sometimes even uploading multiple times a day. So I'm taking a well-earned respite and only uploading some casual content every couple of days, and then I'll probably get back into the swing of things starting at the end of February going into March. But I just needed sort of a respite, a little bit of time to collect myself and, you know, focus on other priorities as well outside of just doing content creation. But as I've been blabbling on about that, Captain Marvel here is, you know, basically dead. Now, one thing that you will obviously notice from the original She-Hulk compared to Deathless She-Hulk is that Deathless She-Hulk, her ramp-up takes a little bit longer, and she doesn't have nearly as high of a damage ceiling. But that doesn't make her a bad character. Most people, including I don't want to say including myself, but including many of my highly trusted, highly respected CCP members, consider Deathless She-Hulk to be the better of the two She-Hulks. And I can't say that they're wrong necessarily. I much prefer the original She-Hulk, but having Deathless She-Hulk, especially at the highest possible rank on my free-to-play account, feels very good. And I'm happy that I have both of them at this level, so I can test them both at an equal rank, in equal environments, and see how both of them excel in different pieces of content. So obviously I'm running the full Deathless synergy here to give Deathless She-Hulk the grit buff, as well as the increased ability accuracy on all her traumas. Now, I will say the difference from rank 3 to rank 4 isn't monumental. I definitely noticed a more substantial increase from rank 3 to rank 4 when testing She-Hulk on the CCP beta versus having her on my main account. I definitely noticed a difference in that rank, in terms of like the damage and the increase in the overall ramp up time and stuff like that. But Deathless She-Hulk, it's definitely noticeable, but is not as noticeable as original She-Hulk. But regardless, you know, I don't want to make it sound like I'm unhappy with this rank up. I am extremely, extremely happy with the rank 4 Deathless She-Hulk. I really am super excited to use her in future content. Really excited to like go into story content with the full Deathless team and just have an absolute blast with her. I think my next rank 4 on this account will probably be another Deathless champion, whether that's Thanos or Guillotine, what have you. I think my next rank 4 will be another Deathless champion, unless I get somebody from like a Titan Crystal that I really want. I think the next rank 4 will be a Deathless champion. Then maybe after that, the third rank 4, whenever that happens on my free-to-play account, maybe I can do a non-Deathless champion or something like that. But I'm super happy with Deathless She-Hulk. I am thrilled to have her. And again, the damage, like, it just takes a second to get going with Deathless She-Hulk. That's the one difference between her and regular She-Hulk, is that she takes a little bit longer to get going, and she is way more reliant on those critical hits compared to the original She-Hulk, who just gets that flat attack increase. And that makes her damage astronomically higher without the need for like constant critical hits. Deathless She-Hulk, she definitely relies on crits a lot more, but it's not like she absolutely needs them. It's just building up to like 8 or 9 trauma is when you really start to see the damage escalate, because when you have just 2 or 3, you're not really seeing much of a damage increase. Compared to original She-Hulk with 2 or 3 Furies, you're seeing a pretty noticeable damage increase. So, if you didn't notice from the beginning of the video, my Deathless She-Hulk is Sig 200, so I do have the benefit from all of those class abilities. One of the abilities for Mutant is the Bulwark, which increases her block proficiency during special attacks. So, obviously I think the intent was like for that to be used for the Apocalypse in Necropolis, but it does apply to many other mutant matchups, especially in situations where you can't really be dexing specials or you have to block specials. It does help in those quite a bit. But like you're seeing here, it takes her about 10 or so traumas to really get going, whereas before, maybe it took her like 12 or 13. So with every rank, you're just going to need less and less trauma to see a damage increase, to start to notice like a considerable amount of damage being dealt to the opponent. But I'm a huge fan. I really am. I do think that she is just a wonderful champion, and I can't wait to use her in future content, in future potential Everest content, and story content, like I mentioned, running the full Deathless team, because if you're not already aware, on my free-to-play account, I have every single Deathless champion at least rank 3, and now, of course, I have Deathless She-Hulk up at rank 4. So, it's a super strong team, just having all of them ranked up. All of them feel great as a full team, as a 5 squad. They feel amazing, and yeah, Deathless She-Hulk just gains more and more benefit from having more and more synergy members. But even without the synergy, she feels great, and I can't wait to use her literally everywhere. It's so awesome that I was able to get both original She-Hulk and Deathless She-Hulk up to rank 4 on 2 separate accounts. That's like the whole purpose of having a second account, especially at the Valiant level, is I want to make those high-level rank ups with alternative options, you know? Because I could have just brought both of them up to rank 4 on my main account, you know? I could have at least attempted to have done that. The randomness from the 3 to 4 gems out of my hands, but if I would have gotten Science, I could have gotten them both up. But I wouldn't have enjoyed that, because then if I would have gotten Science here like I did and I would have taken her up, then it's like, okay, well, there's no uniqueness. There's no difference in the account. So actually, I'm not going to run through the rest of Realm here. I might go do something else. But when you take away the uniqueness from each account, it becomes sort of boring to play the same account over and over again, you know? Because then you're just playing the same champions, and I don't want to do that. That's sort of boring. So, let's go fight Labyrinth Starlord here to finish off this little showcase. Again, just a very casual little damage showcase, little rotation showcase, nothing crazy. Like I said, I am taking a sort of laxed upload schedule for the next couple of days, for potentially the next week or so. There will not be consistent daily uploads, just because I need a break. I need to focus on some other things that are requiring my attention, you know, outside of the game, and I can get a handful of videos out every once in a while in that time period, but for the most part, for the next week or so, maybe 2 weeks, there will be significantly laxed video uploads and probably slim to no live streams, just because I need to focus on other things. But I had some time this morning before I needed to head out for the day to record this video, and so here I am doing that now. I don't know when this video is going to go up. The date of the recording is February 19th, Wednesday, so maybe it goes up on Wednesday, maybe it goes up on, like, Friday. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get this video out, but I will get it out, hopefully, by the end of the week. And if you're seeing this, and it's not the end of the week when the 19th of February is, then hey, it came out the week after. So I'm not sure when it's going to get uploaded. But so far, we've gone for our single special 3 here. For matchups like this, where the health pools aren't going to go much higher than 3 million, and I know that's a substantial health pool, but for a rank 4 Deathless She-Hulk, that's not really a huge health pool. For this content, you don't really need any more than one special 3, because you're already seeing I am going way beyond the damage cap with that burst of trauma damage from landing those crits. And even my basic hits, I mean, the non-crit mediums are dealing 15,000 damage, and the non-crit light attacks are dealing upwards of 10,000 damage. So it's still pretty substantial. Even the non-crit on the special 2 is going way beyond the 50k damage cap, and yeah, she's just crushing this, man. That was a over 50k medium attack with the trauma damage included. Nice crit there with the 82k trauma. And again, now that we're fully ramped up, or not fully ramped up, we're about at the 40% margin, because the full ramp up is 99. So at about a third, or knocking on the door of half of the ramp up, Starlord is already down to 24%, and he is going to basically die in the next couple of combos here if we get some nice crit RNG on the special 2 and on the basic hits. Even the non-crits, man, are taking out chunks of his health. Get the physical vulnerability from the relic, and just a couple more combos. Of course, nice evade there. Just a couple more combos into a special 2 here, and I was really hoping that would finish, but it did not. But that's no problem. That's 3.3 million health with Deathless She-Hulk in 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Monumental damage. Such a monster in the damage department. And in health pools like this, you can really see her shine. Because, man, 3.3 million health in 2.5 minutes is absolutely ridiculous. And, her damage is only going to go up in higher health pool matches. So there's a high likelihood that I take her into like some Necropolis content and see how she does at the rank 4 level. I'll probably do a direct comparison with her and original She-Hulk just to see, who's doing fights faster, who's doing fights more efficiently, stuff like that. But I really hope you enjoy this short showcase of my new rank 4 Deathless She-Hulk on my free-to-play account. If you liked the video, and I really hope that you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and also hitting the like button. Both of those things are incredibly helpful for the channel and boost me to a wider audience and lets the YouTube algorithm know that I'm making content people are enjoying. Again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.